Hello, my cosmic peeps, to our cosmic duckling soul family.
It's time again. Spirit is calling.
Are you ready for what Spirit has in store for us today? Let's go! Spirit wants me to ask you to set your intention to connect to the cards with your open heart, your intuition, and your beautiful inner light. Now put your attention fully to the brightness of your unique light, doesn't matter which color it has, and bring your wonderful light right into your open heart, so that you are able to stay receptive for whatever Spirit has in store for us and receive the sensation of unconditional love. Remember that it is totally okay if some of you do not feel the energies of the cards and if maybe some information do not resonate with you. You can put that aside. Maybe this time it is meant for the other souls. At least we are all individuals with an individual set of energies coming from all kinds of sources, but all of them connected. And if you feel any resonation, then maybe your spirits are calling you to take action. Only you can feel and reflect what your resonation could mean in a more detailed sense, helping you hopefully to navigate through anything. Hello peeps.
Peep.
Jazz and I, we're here again, and we start with an harmonic sound. Before we start with the harmonic sound, I have to add that I sensed that I have to cleanse
The energy.
beforehand, the energies. So I used Palo Santo for cleansing, just for those who are curious about what I used, for cleansing. But I don't want to go into the detail in case of cleansing. I start with the harmonic sound.
Yeah, but before, if you also have the feeling that you need to cleanse your area where you are right now, then press the pause button. Do a cleansing ritual for yourself and then come back.
When you do not have Palo Santo or something else, you can cleanse with water or with just a candle. And there's nothing to be scared of. Just try it out, what feels right for you.
Yeah, and if you don't have the sensation to cleanse yourself, then just stay here.
Yes, just stay.
And enjoy the harmonic sound.
And let's get started. Coming to your awareness. If you want, you can do a little breath exercise. If not, coming to your awareness. Recognize your thoughts, your ego, your chakras, your auras maybe. Maybe you sense kind of colors. Just recognize them. But let us do one breath exercise. Now take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Nice and deeply, as long as you need it, as long as you feel you need it. And exhale through your mouth. as long as you need it. Welcome.
Welcome.
So let's get started.
Let's get started. Now, which deck have you shuffled today?
Okay, let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
So,
that was a big contrast now.
I have to wake you up.
Even I was surprised now. Okay.
So, my peeps, Jazz is here.
Hello.
And myself also. Mm-hmm. And we think about to make an addition.
Right.
For the fifth reading, which was about bad habits.
Yeah, first we said in the Chatty Oracle bad habits, but then we tried to correct ourselves because the terms bad or good are...
that you feel worse.
Yeah, there's absolute.
Yeah, right.
So we corrected ourselves and said uncomfortable habits, habits which do not feel right to you, which do not feel comfortable.
Yeah, which do not resonate with you.
Yeah.
With which you feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about where they come from, how they can feel, and what we can all do to release them.
Right.
And you had a very great example for, let's say, an exercise, what you can do to release them. Mm-hmm. And the element air was very present last time.
Right.
And after the Oracle chat, we continued to discuss about that topic, and then we had some ideas, which
because you're right, because in my mind my mind is always going on.
It's jumping from there to there.
Right, and I thought, okay, this was an exercise for based on air. Mm-hmm. Because you release the bubble into the air.
But don't say too much. If you're interested in the exercise, then first go back to the fifth oracle, Chatty Oracle, which came out on the 26th of May.
Right.
And then come back to the second part, to this part, and then you'll see that we have some additional ideas for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But the basis was the beginning. Mm-hmm. The first exercise was an air exercise, I would say.
Yeah.
So, and now we thought that we have to give more exercises, examples of exercises for fire, water, and earth.
Yeah.
And so we decided to make this reading today with the help of Spirit, of course, and we spread of course cards, and with our own wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah.
So we combine everything together.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will help you. Hopefully there's something you can work with, and as I always say, you can make those exercises your own exercises. Combine them or add something what feels right to you. When you feel, okay, this exercise, I like that exercise, but I need this or that, then do it.
Yep.
Don't think that there's just a box and you're in it and you rumble there and think, oh my God, I want to do more. I have more ideas. Then no, you are not in a box. Do what you feel, what feels right to you.
You're not in a box, but we give you example boxes which you can work with.
Yeah.
You can build them up or leave one
box. Or treasure troves.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Treasure troves picked with flowers, with love, and you can look in it. You can take a look, and you always. I would say I will explain it this way. When we or I give you an example, when I give you a treasure trove of exercises or tips or wisdoms or whatever, there's always love. Even if the exercises or the topics are heavy, there's always love. And so don't be scared.
Yeah.
Make something for yourself out of it. Put it out, look at it, try it out, and add what you need to add. I love that idea.
Yeah, I love that too.
Because it is just the example. What I spread now, or the examples what I give are just examples.
Yeah. So you see, this time this is really more a reading of, or yeah, reading is more like the second priority today.
Yeah.
It's really more about our experiences, your experiences, the ideas we have and like to share. And spirit is today more the second priority. Of course, Jupiter spread some cards. You already said that.
Yeah.
We like the help of spirit. I mean, this could be a great inspiration. Let's see what comes out of that. But yeah.
But you will see.
You will see.
It fits perfectly when I look
so
at the
let's
cards
start with
there.
the cards. Which decks did you shuffle today?
As always, I began with the starseed cards. Cards.
Yeah.
Because we have two of them.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay.
You can read it out.
That's always my job.
It's always your job.
You
pick it out for yourself.
The first card is named Earthed. And it says, learning how to be human in the world but not of it.
Yeah, right.
Should I also say what the second card is? The second starseed?
Oh, yeah, okay.
The second starseed says, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community.
I will add, I don't hide the cards today again.
Yeah.
Because I want you to see those cards and to absorb the pictures and the meanings for yourself, so that you can feel into yourself from the beginning, not just to hear what we say or talk about, so that you have the chance to look at the cards and to listen simultaneously. So I hope we do the best.
Of course, always. Yeah, sometimes it's more helpful when they're all open from the beginning, and you can absorb all of it and connect them with each other in your mind, together with the words we say. But sometimes I think it's also easier when they're covered up.
Yeah.
Like when they come in a sequence, one after another, because then you're not
you're concentrated.
You're concentrated on one topic, and you are not distracted so much.
Yeah.
So it depends on the topic. But today
I think we need the complete picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need the complete picture. So I don't want to hide them. We have 11 minutes.
Just for the introduction.
Just for the introduction. But you can continue with the second card.
Okay, so the third card, you mean?
Oh, of course.
The third card you shuffled was Taurus.
It was the Astra card.
It was the Astra card, and there he comes, a Taurus, or she.
Yeah.
Taurus is a she.
It's a she.
I correct myself, it's she. The Taurus comes, and it says, the card says cultivate. And then we have the fourth card, which was the animal spirit deck. And today we have the ant spirit, and it says time to collaborate.
And my peeps, as you can see now, because I don't hide the cards,
No.
it's all about earth and grounding.
Yep.
And collaboration.
Yeah.
And you are not alone.
Yeah.
Literally, the card is saying you are not alone. The second card, the starseed card, is saying you are not alone. And the ants are coming up and are showing us, yes, we are not alone.
Yeah.
And Taurus, of course, it's she. Taurus, the ruler planet of Taurus is Venus. It's all about beauty and desire.
Lots of family.
Lots of family, lots of grounding. I would call it massively grounding, because when we look at the other earth signs, Taurus is an earth sign, they are of course open for traveling also, but the Taurus is always, I want to stay at home.
Yeah,
stay safe and stay
Stabilize.
calmly.
Yeah.
Of course, I work hard.
Yeah.
But then I want to go home. I eat. I want to watch my TV, or I want to live with my family, the best life I can have. It's all about family and grounding and security and the fundamental basis into the earth.
Which has to be strong for Taurus.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the cards are the pictures of the cards and the topic, what the cards are saying, they speak for themselves.
Yeah. If it was one sentence, which we can build from these 4 cards, it could be the message: let's ground together.
Yeah, let's ground together. That's right. With love.
With love, always.
And the community. We are connected. Yeah. This is also a message. We are connected. Because we live on this earth, on this planet Earth, and every step we take, we take our steps on this earth, on this planet. So every step and every mind, every spirit is connected to each other. Doesn't mind if your feet are on the ground, or if you're
on the airplane.
If you're on the airplane, we are connected.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful summary for the first 2 starseed cards, because the Earth card says literally, there are many kinds of people, and the one kind is from the beginning on more earthed, and the other kind is more living in spaces, I would say. Right. Which is good. I mean, we're all living in spaces.
That reminds me of the zodiac signs of Pisces.
Yeah. Live also in many spaces.
Yes, right. But I think we come to that in a later reading.
Yeah, I think that too. But what I was trying to say is that even the people who are more spacey, living in more spaces and many realms, traveling the different realms, which is good. I don't want to say that this is bad,
no,
but sometimes, and I think this is the message from the card, it's really good to come down sometimes. To come down to earth, to see the possibilities which lie here, to not lose the connection to the earthly energies, which are always also good. I mean, often we are so overwhelmed by the speed, by the demands which lie here on the earth, but this is not the whole concept of the earth. The earth has so much more to give, and we shouldn't lose the connection to it.
Yeah, because when we are not grounded, we get lost.
Yeah.
That reminds me of our last reading. We get lost. It's like an astronaut.
Yeah.
They would also get lost when they weren't connected to the base shuttle. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, it's a great metaphor. Yeah, you're right. So
let's start with, I would say we start with Earth.
Yeah.
So how can we these uncomfortable habits, how can we release them?
Yeah.
And we had some ideas, but we have one point is important.
Yeah, very important, and we will repeat that over and over.
You can say it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're enthusiastic.
Yeah, I'm very enthusiastic about that, because we had, like I just said it before, we were after the Chatty Oracle, we were still discussing about possibilities. What can we do next? What are are there other possibilities how we can release bad habits? And last time we also had the idea, like it was two parts. It was the imaginary part, like how can we imagine in our head, in our mind, how to release them, but then there was the additional part of materializing these habits to let them go in another way. And materializing is something great because then you have something in your hands, you can really literally throw them away, these habits, like when you write them down as an example. But this has two sides. The one side is the good side, like having something in your hand and really see how it goes away from you. But the other part is our environment. So we should really not use resources which could harm our environment. Like, I don't think that some of you would write your habits on a plastic bag and throw it into the ocean. That's not what I'm trying to say. But sometimes we should, or always, not sometimes, always we should look at what can I use for me, what helps me, but simultaneously doesn't harm the environment. Like when it's about materializing these habits. We should really, when we give you these examples now, we really try to give you also examples of how you can do that environment friendly. We try it. Sorry.
Helpfully for you.
But
without harming the environment.
Right, and that is very important. And when we start with Earth, which ideas did we have for Earth?
We had the ideas of writing your habits, your uncomfortable habits on paper. But then we figured out paper is, I don't know if we can, of course we can use paper, but we then come to the point that we would prefer not paper itself. We can maybe go to a tree or trees, and usually there are so many leaves lying on the ground. So you can pick a pen and write those habits on those leaves. And when you have a sea or a river, you can release that leaf into the water. So you have both. You have the earth and you have water, and then you can release these leaves into the water, and you're able to see how those leaves left you, go away from you with the water. So you combine with the leaves, you combine earth and water, but you can also make a little dig a little hole in the earth, and you can put those leaves in this hole and then
bury it.
Right. And so you can go away from this hole, because the nature will absorb it and recycle it, right? Transform it. And this is what I always say. This is, you have to feel what feels right to you. Is it what you want is really important. Do you want to see those leaves leaving you? Do you want to see it with your eyes, or is the feeling that you dig a hole and you leave those leaves into the earth, is that the point which feels right for you? But here you have both. You can use both alternatives.
And you can make it really a ritual. Like you can decide how fast you like to do that. If you like, when you take that example of letting them in the river, then you can decide whether you like to take all those, let's say 10 leaves, and push them all right away into the river, or you say I take one leaf after another and say like a mantra or something else. Like really read those leaves you have written by yourself and give it time until you say goodbye. Like this could take 2 hours, or this could take 1 minute.
Yeah,
like,
or 10 seconds,
or even 10 seconds. Like take those leaves and push them into, and throw them into the water and just go away. Like make it your own. That's what you always say. Make it your own.
But you can also release them into the air when there's a little bit wind. When there's a little bit windy, you can also leave them into the air. So you have 3
air again.
Yeah.
And then there was the 4th example we had, and we can combine those again, because when you write your bad habits down on some leaves from the trees, then you can also burn them.
Right, but what I want to add is you can also, when you have maybe your imagination is bright, or you have a great imagination, you can also, when you don't want to use a pencil, you can also imagine with your fingers to write it on those leaves.
Would be even better, because we have less resources.
Right, right. And then you can write it with your imagination on these leaves. And some have more imaginative skills and some less. So it is on you to either write it with your imagination or with a pencil.
Yeah, you can do it as a meditation exercise in the woods, in the forest. Like when you like to have the earth energies and go into the woods and meditate there and imagine how you let go of these bad habits. But if you like to materialize it, then look for leaves.
Yeah, or stones. You can also use stones.
Right.
You can throw them also into the water, or dig a hole and put them in and left them behind.
Yeah, or you find some branches on the ground, and then you can take those branches, and if you have a knife or like these Swiss multifunctional knife thingies, then you can cut them, right, and write it this way down.
But with these branches, I picked the point which you said before, fire.
Yeah.
You can use those branches to fire up, to make a fire, and then to burn those leaves with the habits.
Yeah, write them down with your multifunctional Swiss thingy.
But don't burn up the wood, please.
And that was
Please be careful, please be careful.
Don't even get the idea to go into the woods and burn something there. Don't do this in the woods. I mean, there are so many parks. There are so many opportunities that, like, there are parks where you can grill, where you can do barbecue.
Yeah.
And that when there's the opportunity to barbecue somewhere, then fire it up there.
Yeah. Or you have a old oven at home or something. Yeah. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Yeah.
Please do not strange things.
Yeah. So as long as you do not like to burn something up, then do all the exercises in the woods.
Also yourself too, of course, or your home. Please be careful.
But if you decide to do something with fire, then do it in a safe surrounding, like those barbecue parks which exist, or even at home. But this is something you need to decide for yourself, because even in the last part 1 of this reading, we also said this could be something which you really have to think about, because sometimes, or some people don't they don't care if they do this exercise at home. They say, okay, I live here, and when I let go of these bad habits here, then I feel better. This makes sense somehow. But other people would say, no, I don't want that to happen nearby my home, because I really want to let them go far away so that I don't have anything to do with them now anymore. And then go the distance and do it somewhere else. But this is something you really have to decide for yourself. So if you have a barbecue park in another town, then go there. Or if you have an oven and you don't care about doing this at home, then do it at home.
Yeah, but if you have health issues and you can't go outside, this is what I said in the last reading, in the 5th reading, then do it at home, of course. I hope then you have a oven, or you can also use a little candle and a fire capable box or something, a vase or something like that. But please be careful, really please be careful. This is so dangerous to handle with fire, and I really don't want you to harm yourself or others or the environment. Please be careful. These are really little tips, but every tip we give here, you have to always be careful. Please be careful.
Yeah.
I really continue that saying because it is so important to be careful with those things. But also with water, when you throw away those leaves and maybe you can into the water and you can't swim, please don't go so near the sea then, or near the river then. Hold your distance then.
Yeah.
Look what is right for you, what feels right to you, and look what's the right thing for you. And make it yourself. As I always say, make it yourself so that you feel comfortable and that you are comfortable
and
safe and sound.
Yeah. But we don't like to panic here. So these are all very, very simple tips and exercises. It's just about how you do them. You can.
Yeah, I have an idea also. When you're at home and you don't want to go home outside, or you can't go outside, you can also get a glass of water, and then you can you write the habits on a paper with ink, and then you put the little papers in the glass, and the ink will dissolve.
Yeah.
And then when the ink dissolves and the paper maybe
it does also dissolve at some point, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't find the right word now, but I think you hopefully understand me, my peers.
Yeah. So I understand what it disappears.
Maybe it disappears somehow. But then you have the water with the habits which you don't want to, and then you can throw those waters into the toilet or into the hand washing area.
Sink.
Yeah, right.
To the sink.
And then you can send them away like that.
Right.
Or in the bathroom, in the shower, you can.
But you inspired me just some minutes before when you talked about candles, because when you this is also an idea. If you don't have the ability to go outside, or if you don't like to go outside, then you can also you can take a candle, like a very big candle, a really fat candle, and then you can either again take your Swiss multifunctional cutty thingy. I don't know the right name, but I think the Swiss have their
I don't know the right name too. Swiss knife, I would say.
Yeah, either you take that to cut in that candle, like on the surface of it, your habits.
That's a great idea.
Or you write them down with a pen, some sort of a pen which sticks, and then you burn that candle and watch how the candle dissolves and how your habits from top down are dissolving.
Yeah, they're burning out. Yeah, right. It's a great idea.
And this is something for people who have patience, who can really who really like to watch in slow motion how their habits dissolve. I think this could also be a ritual, like if it's really fat candle, means such fat candles could take hours until they, or even days until they are really burnt out. But this could be a ritual, like every evening or every morning when you wake up, you let that candle burn for an hour, and every evening also. Like you stand up burning your habits and you go to bed burning your habits.
Yeah, could be. Of course, it's a great idea too.
Something.
Yeah, it's a great idea too. Right.
Yeah. So you see, there's so many ideas with every element which you feel most attracted to. Just take our examples as little inspirations.
And be careful.
And be careful.
I can repeat that all day long. Please be careful with yourself, with the others, with the environment. Don't burn up anything. Also with the water.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, water is as destructive as fire sometimes. But I see you took the next deck, but before we talk about that card which will come out of that, I just want to
calm down.
I just like to add.
Calm down. I'm just.
Yeah, you're just shuffling. Yeah. But I like to add one little thing because collaboration and community is such a big point in those 4 cards. I mean, community lies in you're not alone, it lies in ENDCREDITS, it also lies in Taurus.
Yeah.
And I would like to add that you don't have to do this alone, even.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a friend or if you have a family member who also struggles with bad habits, then do this together.
Yeah, maybe you have a soul family.
Yeah,
which maybe they understand you. Hopefully they understand you when you have a soul family. Then you can do these exercises with them, so you're not alone. Every one of them has maybe their own habit, and they maybe love the idea to release those habits also into the unknown. And just say it to your soul family, because I always say I know that it is not easy to talk about those things to everyone, but when you have a soul family or you have friends or something, hopefully it is so, then come together with them and do your exercises, meditate with them. You can of course meditate while you're doing those exercises. You can release the habits while you meditate. You can also put yourself on a meditation mode while you are releasing those habits. And then I come to the point what you said before, to make mantras. To say something like could be I surrender into the divine, and I lovingly hand over those habits into my spirit team or the spirit team which hold the right medicine to transform those habits for the highest good of all. Something like that. It is also just an example, but you can do it your thing. For me, it is always my peeps, when I can repeat that also all the time. For me, when I give exercises or tips, please make it yourselves. Please do it. I love that idea that you do things, that you figure out what's right for you, and then make your own.
Even when I think about myself now, because there's so many great tips which you also shared, and I think I could. If it was about me, I would do all of them. I would do all of them.
Because you're freaking out.
Because I'm freaking out again. But what I want to say is, you can.
We have to. Sorry for interrupting. We have to do a chat for just freaking out.
Yeah, just a freaking out.
Freaking out check.
Just a freaking out check. But no. What I wanted to say is, if there are so many things which inspired you. And if you have so many ideas, and if you don't like to let go of one of that ideas, then really make it a big ritual. Have a day off, take your time, and do it a really big exercise. Like wake up, have a very great breakfast, the things you like very most, and then go into meditation, or no, start with dancing. Start with dancing. That's right. Wake up,
singing, dancing.
Yeah. Don't go into the kitchen until you have your dance.
Yeah.
Just dance and sing, and then go to the kitchen, make your breakfast, call your friends over, your soul family,
or dance into the kitchen, say hello, and then go on.
And then do this with your soul family. Invite them over to your apartment, and then do this together. Have a great breakfast, and after that have a great conversation about that habits topic. Talk to each other. What are your habits? What are your uncomfortable habits which you like to let go? What are mine? Have I tips for you? Can we just talk about it? Let it go through your mouth, through words, and then decide which practices you would like to do most now.
Yeah, because otherwise you're alone with your monkey mind.
Yeah.
And then you can have a social monkey mind.
A what?
You can socialize your monkey mind.
Right, you can socialize it. If you have a monkey mind, then share it. Yeah.
So then you have a bridge of monkeys, and they have a chat. What can we do now?
The monkey chat.
The monkey chat. And then we call it the monkey chat.
Yeah, and then just talk about it with your soul family, with your friends. And
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
My peeps, when you listen to this chat and you decide to make a podcast or something, or a channel or something like that, and you named it the monkey chat, I will hear from you. I love to hear from you, really. I want to know that.
Yeah, it would be great.
Would be really great. Please tell me if you decide something like that. Please tell me. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Really, I'm so excited to see what the peeps are doing with those ideas, and what they adding on it, and what comes out of it. This is a really excitement for me.
Yeah, that's really.
I shuffled really long, but I have it now, I think.
You have it now?
No, I don't have it. Spirit.
Just to continue my thought, because when you do that, when you really have a day off and you really take your time to do as many there's the card.
Grounding.
Again.
Earth.
Oh wow, we have the boar.
We have the boar.
You shuffled the shamanic cards now, the shamanic animal cards, and we have the boar.
Because of the uncomfortable habits.
Yeah.
And as I said before, the shamanic animal cards are more looking at the darkness of the dark side, because yin and yang, there's always a light and always a dark side. And uncomfortable habits are more the dark side of ones. So I shuffled the shamanic card to see what they are, what they have in store for us.
What the underworld wants
What
to
the
say.
underworld wants to say, right?
Yeah. And the card says, it's a boar card, and it says stubbornness, thick skin, loyalty, sociability, persistence, fortitude, appreciation, adamance, and tenacity. And I think there are 1 or 2 or even 3 keywords which they go with the topic, because thick skin is also something you need to do those rituals, because first you have to be aware of that bad habits. I think this is the first
Uncomfortable.
step. Uncomfortable habits, because if you don't know about, obviously there are so many people out there having uncomfortable habits but are not aware of them.
Yeah.
They just do it. They don't feel very well with it, but they are not fully aware that this is an uncomfortable habit which they have to release.
Or they are aware of it, but they try hard to keep this for themselves, to hide them from others, because otherwise they would perceive as crazy or something else.
Or that, And I think this thick skin keyword here is a reminder that this is a very tough task to first realize what these uncomfortable habits are, to make the decision to say, no, this is not a part of me, and to find the, for you, most fitting exercise to let go of them, and to really believe in that, and to have success with that exercise. Because this is all about thick skin. Because this takes a lot of energy, a lot of bravery to do that.
But we have Taurus. Tauruses have also thick skin.
And
because of the stubbornness.
And stubbornness is also the first keyword of the board, like being stubborn. This is good. And also the keyword persistence is something that fits, because even in the first part of this reading, I think we said that to repeat that if you need.
Of course, repeat.
Yeah.
Repeat. This is always good for manifestation.
Yeah.
When you repeat those mantras you maybe use, or repeat those exercises, then you can, of course, manifest them very fast.
Find your most comfortable frequency, how often you like to do that. If it's every 6 months, if it's even every week in a little in a smaller setting, just do it as often as you wish. Maybe you have found yourself, or you will find yourself, the most perfect days, maybe on full moon, or on your birthday, or at the end of the year, at the beginning of a year. Like, maybe you find yourself the perfect days to do that. And maybe you don't find yourself the perfect days. Maybe it's just a feeling which comes up. This
everything could be.
This is all about your individual sensations.
Right. It's just figuring out for yourself. Just as I always say, just try out what feels right for you, without harming yourself, without harming others, without harming the environment, but to be satisfied and to be fulfilled for yourself. And whole.
Yes. And what the board also said is appreciation, and I think this fits perfectly to your sequence of beautiful words you just said. Appreciation is, I think, also a thing, because when you do that in a group of people, then appreciate what you have, appreciate that you can do that with other people. And if you don't, appreciate that you have the energy to do that alone, that you have the ability to do those exercises. Appreciate even that you had those uncomfortable habits, because there must be one thing they taught you. There must be one thing which you have learned through these uncomfortable habits. Even that is something positive. You can always find in the most bad things, you can find something positive, something you can appreciate.
There's always light in the darkness.
And as you say, love, let go of your negative habits with love. Don't think about, oh, I hate them so much, oh, this was such a hard time, I don't like them, just go away, leave me alone. Don't do this in a negative state of mind. Do it with love, do it with appreciation, and in peace.
This is a good point. This is also a very important point. When you release them with love, you will hopefully feel more satisfying in yourself, within yourself. When I say throw away with hate, then I think you don't feel any satisfaction after throwing away.
I even think when you try to throw them away with hate, they won't go away. Or they would come back very fast again.
And they would say, here I am again. But I'm mighty now. And but this is what we don't want.
No.
So Throw them away if you want, but with love.
With love.
Send them away with love and hand them over to the divine with love, with the intention of transforming. Ask for help, ask for support from your spirits, from a spirit team, from spirit guides. Whatever you feel it's right for you.
Yep.
For me personally, I can say, from me personally, I can say I would never fix you to one thing to say, do this or do that. As I always mentioned in this reading, and I always will mention it because I think it's important. They're only tips and inspirations, and I leave them so that you can do something with it. But if you have any questions, when you need more help or more tips in a specific topic, then write it in the comment section. Of course I will read it, and of course we can do a reading for that. But write it down.
Yep.
Don't let your monkey mind jump alone in your head.
No! It really doesn't have to. We saw it with the cards. Community. Collaborate. Let's do this together. We're not alone.
No. And Venus is there. Aphrodite is there.
Love. As always, love. Love always comes through the cards.
Yeah, right. Okay. Then I think we did it.
We did it, yeah.
If you have any questions for this topic, ask in the comment section. You can also answer if you want to, when they have specific...
Yeah, when it's something that I know. Oh, when I feel I have the right answer.
Okay, then my peeps, what do you think? How we can close it up today?
Yeah.
How we can close it up today?
You can, I mean, those people won't see it, but we started it with cleansing. We can end it with cleansing.
Okay.
Like we can light up the Palo Santo.
So now then, let us light up the Palo Santo.
And let's combine it with one harmonic gong.
So my peeps, when you have a candle, light them up if you want. Even when you don't have Palo Santo, it doesn't matter. Light up your candle. You can say a mantra if you want to. A little mantra. I lovingly intend to hand over my uncomfortable habits with love, with the connection of my team, with the love of my team, with guidance, without harming myself, without harming others and the environment. Everything I intend to do this with love and the support of the divine. So I'm cleansing now the aura of the cards and ask for support from the spirits for all of us.
And we can also, to end this while you're doing harmonic sound, say one little affirmation for ourselves, which is inspired by these cards. I tried to build a good sentence now.
Okay.
I am...
Oh, okay, you say it loud. Okay.
Yeah. I am aware of myself. I know myself. I know what feels good to me and what doesn't. I know how to release all the stuff which doesn't feel good for me. I have the support. I am strong enough. And I can do that.
I'm loved. Bye, my peeps.
Always choose love and don't let your fears shut your open doors. Because love is a divine open door, shining directly through your heart, ready to accompany you on your own unique path. But Jupiter,
Yeah?
tell me, when will the next reading come?
I wish I could tell you, but this is what I unfortunately can't tell you exactly.
It's okay.
Because these message of the day readings will happen when I sense or receive a direct call from Spirit. So these readings will probably come up irregularly. But you're welcome to stay connected to my channel so that you don't miss any divine messages.
I will, of course.
You're welcome. And do not forget, always trust in yourself, surrender into the divine, and be as curious, funny, and as brave as a duckling ready to take off. Thank you for flying with the cosmic duckling.